real quick. I see we got Saga up in stage, man. What's up, Saga?
What's goody? How you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. I just checked you out, man. I don't know much about Fifi though. I'll be honest. I don't know nothing about Fifi.
Yeah. Yeah, King, I've been actually been wanting to tell you about Fefe.
Right.
You say it like Fefe, just kind of like how you say Pepe.
Right.
And so yeah, there's a three frog narrative going on right now in crypto Twitter, actually everywhere, Pinterest, all across the internet. And you guys all know about Pepe, right? So Pepe is the one, it's the most, famous meme in the world from 4chan. And then recently it spawned, you know, uh, during the bear market. So when there was NFTs and just rug pull after rug pull, it was just a horrible time for a lot of people. And then out of nowhere, Pepe spawned, right? And it was the people's token. And everyone rallied behind it, and it became this massive meme coin that we now know of today that spurred on the meme coin bull run. A lot of people say like the bull run started this cycle because of Pepe. And then also a lot of people say that we have the meme coin narrative because of Pepe. Well, after that, people found out there was a second frog called Hoppy from another book that Matt Fury had made.
I remember that one.
And yeah, and Hoppy ran up to like 100 million or something.
Yep. Hmm.
And Hoppy is basically, people say that Matt Fury actually created Hoppy first in the Knight Riders book before Pepe and the Boys Club. So they say that Matt got inspiration and derived uh, Pepe's character from Hoppy. So that's that connection there to Hoppy. And Pepe comes from the Boys Club book, which people on 4chan found Pepe through that book, The Boys Club, and saw Pepe taking a piss with his pants down, saying "It feels good, man," and that was the meme that basically took off,
Right.
the "feels good, man." So, and then after that, people found out that there was a third book called Mind Viscosity, and this book is important because it specifically is the representation of Pepe becoming a meme on 4chan. So, Matt went on to make a book specifically showing the representational surrealism of Pepe's experience becoming a meme. So that's huge in and of itself. But then, if you dive deeper into the book, we found that Matt actually made a main character frog for this book called Fefe. And Fefe, throughout the book, you can see him as the main character. And so he is directly representational surrealism of Pepe becoming a meme on 4chan. So you have the third frog.
And let
You
me ask you,
have
and I'm
Pepe.
just curious, did Matt Fury create Fefe as well?
Yeah, yeah. Matt
Okay.
actually created the book Mind Viscosity in 2022.
And was the name like? Did he name it Fefe, or people just put that name there?
No, so we don't know if he actually legitimately named it Fefe or not,
Okay.
but it's been spread. And from what I've seen, there really is no name for Fefe.
Okay.
Like I don't think he wrote it down or anything. But basically, the whoever created the token for the frog, because in the book you can see the scenes. It's very clear that this frog, who we're calling Fefe and everyone knows him as Fefe, is the main character because there's one scene in the book where there's two characters only, and it's the frog character looking at the villain in the bad guy in the story. And so it's obvious that Matt is very particularly putting importance and focus on that frog looking at the villain, which is the wolf. So we have a third main character, and the whole world now knows this third frog as Fefe because whoever created the token a year ago, they created the contract address OXFEFE at the beginning. They named it Fefe, which is a very, I guess, like relatable, and it's a fitting name for Fefe because he's a representation of Pepe. So having that similar Fefe name, I feel like it worked very well. So yeah,
That's
and
pretty
then
deep. Let me ask you this: have you
basically
guys ever tried to just reach out to Matt Fury and just be like, "Hey, what's this frog's name?" I mean,
no, so
it
I
could be a good or
haven't
bad
yet.
thing.
I was actually waiting because I think this coin's gonna run extremely well. If you look at the chart, so talking about the chart, I found this coin at 20K market cap, instantly tweeted it to the timeline. I didn't DM anyone. I didn't do anything. I just instantly tweeted it because I wanted to be the first person to talk about this frog. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit. If this is the next frog after Hoppy, I want to get the credit for it. So tweeted it instantly, 20K. Right from there, it blew up to like over 1 million. And after that, shortly, it went to like 11.4 million, right?
Congrats.
But on during the way, it went to like 6 or 7 million. And DVO, who I guess he was running the CTO, he had gotten the accounts and everything from the dev who cheated at 100K. Um, he got the accounts and everything when it hit around 7 million market cap. Apparently, he made a mistake, and we were trying to get like an exchange listing or something, and he transferred $50,000 of the marketing wallet funds that the community had collected to a scammer.
Ooh.
So DVO ended up giving up, selling his entire position and quitting. And that's when the community and everyone forced him to give it over to me, who was like the biggest name at the time pushing it. And I was the first person to talk about it. So the community forced him to give it over to me. He gave it over nicely. So much respect to DVO for doing that for sure. And then from there, I basically just told the whole community at like, because we were sitting at 470K. I got on a space with everyone. And I was like, you know what? We're not going to let one or five or a little group of people stop a bunch of grown men with hair on their chest that some of us put $50,000 or more into this token because we believed in it being the next frog because we know the narrative, we know the value. We're not going to let a couple people stop us. And from there, we sent it from 470K all the way up to 11.4 million. And now we're sitting at a higher low, consolidating. We've never broken our structure. We've never broken higher highs or higher lows. We've always put in higher highs, higher lows with consistent volume. Right now, I think we're sitting over 100,000 in volume. If you look on CoinMarketCap, ever since Fefe's inception, ever since it was created, it's always had volume and always held chart structure with higher highs, higher lows, and we're consolidating right now at 550K, just waiting for that alt
You know,
season. And I think this is going to be one of the biggest sleepers this cycle has ever seen.
I'll tell you, man. I'm happy you brought this to my attention. It's funny. I wish Keck was up here because Keck,
Keck
Guardian,
knows about it.
he does know about it. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
really good friend.
And he likes it, by the way. He said it's based.
Really? No, I'll tell you,
Yep.
this guy is like a Matt Fury connoisseur. Like, you know what I mean? Like he loves the lore, he loves everything Matt Fury, and he did a wonderful job too when it came to Matt Fury tokens and spotting him out early after outside of Pepe. Because I know he owned a big bad of Pepe at one point. I don't know if he still does, but he's real good at that. And here's my thing, and I bring all that to say this right now, I would say part of the meme ecosystem, I think we would all agree that Pepe is the Bitcoin of the ETH cycle, right? I'm sorry, of the meme cycle of this, cycle, right? I think we would all agree to that. And with Pepe going higher highs, right? And I think that it's going to get to the point where you're going to start seeing so much news about Pepe. Oh, Pepe coin, a frog coin, made a millionaire. Oh, this teen who told his grandma that he wanted Pepe for Christmas, and now he has over $1 million. I think the news is going to push that so much where naturally when retail gets in here, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get real euphoric. That's when people are going to come. You know what I mean? They're going to basically pump our bags for us, very very quickly. I think it's at that moment where you're going to see Matt Fury meta really starts to take off. I notice every time that there's a meme cycle, it starts off with Matt Fury. It did it twice this year. It started off with Matt Fury, and I think it's going to happen again. So I look at it like this. I'm a very, very big fan of Pepe. I don't own any more Pepe, unfortunately. I took my profits, and I made some good profits, but I did roll them over into Wolf. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Wolf has such a base community, and there's so many things that are being lined up for the Wolf community. I mean, guys, they have Landwolf. They own landwolf.com. These guys on their website, it's freaking nuts. I recommend to go take a look at it. They created some form of a way where you can actually send your ETH to a certain wallet, and it just sends you back Wolf. There are so much other things that they, they did. They even did like some type of, like, if you want to wolfify your PFP or something like that. Like, there's a lot of great things, and they're on several different exchanges. So definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I think Wolf is going to do in crazy numbers. And
King,
go ahead, Saga.
bro, you're gonna love this then. Just recently, I asked the whole Fefe community. I was like, "So, what do you guys want to do with the marketing wallet money? Because we can put it into a meme instead of let it sit in Sol and Ethereum." And basically, I was like, "We should put it into Wolf. What do you guys think?"
That's nuts.
And they all voted yes. So it was only like $1,000, but
That'll
if
go.
you check fefebank.eth, it's all in Landwolf right now.
That is dope. That is dope. I think that's kind of smart. You know what I mean? You're hedging yourself a lot more better, and then on top of that, you can get funds to push the community. So I
Yep.
think with Pepe going crazy, I think that it's going to open up the door, obviously, for like Wolf, Brett, Andy. They're going to go nuts, and I do feel like the other ones such as like the Hoppy and now Fefe. I've seen Fefe here and there, but I didn't know if it was part of Matt Fury's lure or not. But I think that's pretty cool, though, man. That it's there. It would be even more badass if you guys were able. It's a catch-22. You might have to do it in the DMs. If you hit up Matt Fury, if you say publicly and you say, "Hey, Matt Fury, the name of this frog, we named him Fefe. What's his name?" And he says, "Oh, his name is Brad." You're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So personally, this was my plan, and I actually didn't want to talk about this,
Uh-huh.
but since you're already doing it, it's too late. But I wanted to wait until Fefe hit 100 million plus, and then kind of bring up that topic to Matt.
Right.
Because it could go one of two ways.
It
Once
could.
Fefe is already big, it's not going to really matter. Like we're going to have our placing, and I'm sure like Matt saying it's a different name or something could maybe like affect the chart a little. But this community is so strong, I purely believe it doesn't matter at this point anymore. We've already staked our own niche, and we'll go higher. But I think in the future, like this coin hits 100 million plus, I was planning on going to Matt and being like, "Hey, bro, this is what we're doing. If you don't have to respond. If you want to, then cool. Because I don't want to bug him either.
Right, right. I would do it
But
if I were you guys. I would do it in the DMs, just in
yes,
case.
yes,
That's
I
just
was
how,
gonna do it in the
just in
DMs.
case.
Yep.
Because if he says, "Oh yeah, it's not even a guy. It's a girl frog, and the name is Patricia." Not
Yeah,
sure what the
yeah,
fuck, but no, man.
yeah.
Best of luck to you guys, man. I want to move on to the next one here too. And Guardian, you'll help me out with this one. Is Bobo?